Welcome back to Vanguard How To, the series that's designed to help you know everything you need to know about the Vanguard platform to give you the confidence to make your initial investment, manage it on a daily basis, and then sell investments in the future. So far, we've looked at three things. We've looked at how to set up a Vanguard ISA, how to buy or top up on an investment, and how to understand the fees that you will have to pay when you're investing through the Vanguard platform. Today I'm going to bring you a new video showing you how to sell out of your investments when the time comes. Now obviously this isn't something that I'm going to be doing across my portfolio for a substantial amount of time just yet. However, it is important that you continually rebalance your portfolio if you're not following a one fund portfolio strategy. If you've caught my previous videos, you will know that I'm investing in 6 individual ETFs to make my own portfolio, which was at a fraction of the cost of one of Vanguard's normal all-world ETFs. Essentially, instead of paying 0.22% in fees per year, I'm paying 0.11%. Obviously with the addition of the account fee, but you can see it's over half the product fees that I'll be paying. While this might not sound like much, over the long term, this will save me a substantial amount of money and mean that the compounding effect can work on more money over time, which will make me more wealthy with time. Therefore, rebalancing for myself will be something that's important going forwards. Equally, I've also invested in the Life Strategy 100, which I will be selling in the near future. However, for the purpose of today, we're going to sell out of a fund that I purchased completely by accident, but it will serve a purpose now. So if you sign into your Vanguard account, you'll be greeted with this initial dashboard screen. I'm sure most of you are quite familiar with this now, but for those of you who haven't seen this before, this is the user interface that you'll usually see on sign-in. When trying to sell, you can do this a number of different ways. You can either click on portfolio options up here on the right-hand side, click on the drop-down, and then you can either sell or switch products. I'll talk through both of these in a moment. So you can do it up there initially. Equally, you can look at your investments, click through to the holdings tab, and you can select the exact one that you would like to work on. So for example, you can see here I've invested in the FTSE Developed Europe, or VEUR, and this is the one that I invested in by accident, and you can see the 3 dots over here. Equally, if I click on that, I'll get the same options over here. So there's 2 main ways that you can really sell out. Both do exactly the same thing, but it's good to know where to find those options. So I'm going to find the product that I want to sell, which is obviously this one. Click on the 3 dots and then click sell to start with. Now when we're selling, you've obviously got 2 options. You can either sell at the next available price, which will mean that the price may vary somewhat. It might not sell it straight away, but you won't have to pay any fees for selling the product. Alternatively, you've got the live ETF price, and this will accrue an additional fee. Now, the one that you choose here depends on what you're trying to do. If you're going to sell all of your portfolio at once, it might be wise to sell incurring the fee, because that means that you will know exactly the price that you are selling at, and you won't be subject to any market movements over the next potentially 24 hours before it sells it. This obviously could mean that your portfolio could fluctuate a few percent. So if you are selling a large quantity, it may be best to sell it at the live price. However, for the purpose of me, I'm going to sell it at the next available price, because that doesn't incur any fee, and for a small amount, there's no point in worrying too much about it. So if you're deciding to sell the investment, you'll then have 2 options. You'll either be able to leave as cash in your ISA for buying later, or do this switch, so use them out to buy other investments. We'll talk about the switch in a moment. For now, I'm going to click on leave as cash in your ISA. So you'd then click next through, and you'd be able to see the investment that you've already told the Vanguard platform that you want to sell. Now you can sell in 2 different ways. You can either sell via the amount that you want to sell, but it will always sell at least 1 unit of the fund, so we'd have to put the full fund in over there. So £31.06. You can click on sell all over here, which will obviously automatically select that, or you can decide on the amount of units of the fund that you would like to sell. The other thing you can do is obviously to switch rather than sell. So on this tab, you'd click on the switch tab over here. The first thing it will ask is exactly what product you would like to sell from your ISA. So we know that it is this one just here, the FTSE Developed Europe, or VEUR. So we want to sell all of that. So we'll click on that tab there, and we would then click next. This would then bring you through to the next switch option, which is where you would then be able to decide on what you wanted to put that money into next. So just as an example, we might want to put this into VERX. So we want to put 100% of that investment into VERX, and you can see the cash to allocate is now gone down to 0, and there's 0 amount remaining to be allocated. So we then click next, and we then see the final printout of exactly what's going on here. So we would be selling the FTSE Developed Europe at £31.07 for 1 unit of the fund, and we're wanting that to move into the FTSE Developed Europe ex UK with an ongoing charges figure of 0.1%, and we want all of that money to go into there. So what we'd then have to do is click the OK tab and then click submit, and it would do that automatically for you. For me though, what I want to do is sell this and let it go into the free cash within my portfolio so I can decide what to invest in, because some of the products that I'm looking to invest in are larger than the £31 that I'll get from the sale. So again, we'll show you one more time. Click on the 3 dots and click sell, which will pull me through to my selling options, and I want to sell at the next available price rather than the live price because it's only a small amount here. I want my money to be left in my ISA for buying later, and I'll click next, which will then pull me through to this screen where it already knows what product I would like to sell, and I would like to sell all of that. I'll then click next, which will just finalize exactly what I want to be going on. It will tell you the estimated value that I will get through this sale, and it will tell you where this money is going to go. So it's going to be left in my free cash ISA. I'll then click submit. It will tell me it's just waiting a moment whilst it's processing my sale, and then it will tell me exactly what's happened. So it says the expected dealing date is on the 28th of November, which is actually today, so it should happen sometime later this afternoon. And it's basically all done now. I've got a pending sell order. If we go back through to my account overview, you should be able to see that I've got a pending order just down here. If we click on view for that pending order, it will show you exactly what the pending order is. It's obviously this sale. Currently within my portfolio, I've got £177.43 in available cash. And once this sale has processed, the available cash here will increase in accordance with the value of the sale. So I'd expect that available cash to go up to around £208-ish, give or take, dependent on the sale price that I get. And there we have it, really nice, really simple, the easiest way for you to sell an investment within your Vanguard platform. It does take a varying amount of time dependent on the type of product you're selling. ETFs are far quicker to sell than blended funds like the Life strategy. They take slightly longer to process. However, if you are looking at rebalancing your ETF portfolio on a regular basis, this is the simplest way to do it. And if you're just looking at simple rebalancing, perhaps the switch option is better rather than selling, waiting for it to clear into available cash before then rebuying. And switching may be able to save you some time and some effort as well. I really hope this has been useful to you, and if there is anything else you'd like me to look at in a really short how-to of Vanguard video that will help you understand Vanguard a little bit better, please do let me know, because I'd be more than happy to put together a video for that. With that said though, I really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you've got any value out of this or you found it useful, please subscribe to the channel, click that like button and comment down below anything you'd like me to look at in the future. And with that said, I'll catch you in the next one.